the day, the moment that all of us, the entire subcontinental cricket fraternity had been waiting for. The moment is here. India take on Pakistan in the battle of arch rivals. 7 times they have met on the World Cup stage. All 7 matches going for India. So the scoreline stands at 7-0. India will ride the momentum of their 2 previous wins, and so will Pakistan. We will talk about those India-Pakistan stories that are favorite to all of us with our cricket experts on the show, Vijay Daya and Sabah Karim. We'll also be joined by a very special guest from across the border. But how is it on the ground right now? I'll be joined by my colleague Osama Shah all the way from Ahmedabad. Well, we'll wait for Osama to come to us because he's busy, very, very busy in Ahmedabad, meeting up fans from across the border and several other fans who've traveled from all across the globe. But let me first go over to my guests. Vijay, let me start with your favorite India-Pakistan memory.
There's so many. To be very honest, when you're growing up, one game.
Okay, top 3.
Top 3. When we were growing up, that game where Miadad hit the 6 on the last ball. We at that time we didn't have TV. The whole colony, let's say, sitting in someone's house and watching that game, and so close game, and everybody thought, all right, we are winning it. That last ball 6 is still fresh in the memory. And then that game in South Africa where Sachin Tendulkar hitting Shoaib Akhtar for a 6-over point. That's another game that stays in my mind. I won't go for 3. These 2 are absolutely still fresh in my memory.
Sabah, can we hear from you your favorite India-Pakistan memories?
Rika, Vijay has already listed those top 2, which I'm sure it'll be a favorite on everyone's list. But I want to go a little bit personal here. My encounter with Pakistan was more on a personal note. I remember a long time back when I was in Pakistan in 1997, we won the 2nd ODI against Pakistan at Karachi in a day-night encounter. It was a close game, and if you can recall, I think it was Ajesh Chauhan who hit that 6 of the last over, and that is why we managed to win that encounter. So that is very vivid in my memory. And on top of that, I also remember that clash at Bangalore where Jadeja hit some powerful shots in the end against Waqar Yunus, and India won that World Cup encounter also. I remember that duel of Venkatesh Prasad and Amir Sohail. All that really built up the rivalry we are talking about. So I think these are these 2-3 games which are so clear in my mind.
When it comes to India-Pakistan clash, because India are 7-0 ahead of Pakistan in World Cup. Also Pakistan playing in India after 7 years. Would you say that this is a match when Pakistan will just look to turn the tables around?
Absolutely, and they won't be even talking about these numbers, Rika. If you see that, overall numbers, they're still in favor of Pakistan. But recent past, if you see, those numbers are completely changed. There's so much in favor of Indian side, and they have not played that much anyways. Normally we end up playing in World Cups, and that's the reason why you see that those numbers in the World Cup. But yeah, it's an opportunity. You just said that they're coming here after a really long time. Their captain, their number 1 batsman, who's not played in India ever, and they'll be playing in one of the biggest stadium in the world. The stage is absolutely set, and what better than changing the trend if they can manage a win here.
Sabah, the number 1 batsman, as Vijay mentioned, Babar Azam, the Pakistan captain, number 1 ODI batter versus the number 1 ODI team in the world. That obviously is a mouth-watering clash. But when we talk about, India-Pakistan, we also talk about the big battles. What are your, big matchups during this clash?
There's so many of them, Rika, isn't it? Look at Babar versus Jasprit Bumrah. I'll be excited to watch Rohit Sharma versus Shaheen Shah Afridi, Virat Kohli versus Shaheen Shah Afridi, Virat versus Haris Rauf.
I will also request my director to bring up a graphic that we have on this about the key battles in this contest, and we have some of them, and you can comment whether those are the ones you would pick or you would go for others as well.
I also want to see some new clashes coming up. I mean, who are the other stars in both the sides? Who are the youngsters? Can can that be a good matchup? What about KL Rahul versus Shaheen Shah Afridi? Can that happen? What about Shreyas Iyer versus Shaheen Shah Afridi? Especially Shreyas Iyer at times susceptible to short pitch delivery. What will be the strategy from the Pakistani pace bowlers? How will they encounter that? So there are so many new things which we may see in this World Cup encounter. But top of the table has to be Babar Azam versus Jasprit Bumrah. Bumrah in great form, picked up 4 wickets in the last encounter, has his ability to bowl well even on flat tracks, which is expected at Ahmedabad. Babar Azam hasn't got runs in the first 2 encounters, but being the number 1 batter in one-day cricket, one can expect Babar Azam to fire. So Pakistan, in my opinion, they are still trying to find that right form, and they're up against a red-hot Indian side at this point of time.
And if Babar survives Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, the ball that he bowled to Babar Azam, and everybody talked about that ball as well. So that'll be interesting. And I think, we try and build up having these individual sort of a thing, but it's 11 versus 11.
That's a good one, Rizwan versus Kuldeep Yadav, because Rizwan comes in at number 4. So the middle order, the middle overs clash also is going to be extremely interesting. Rizwan versus Kuldeep Yadav, Saud Shakil versus Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja against the middle order batters. So all these will be very exciting to watch.
And Rika, yesterday in the nets, Rizwan has spent almost an hour playing a Chinaman bowler, playing sweep, reverse sweep, try and do something that he's mentally already preparing himself to do that against Kuldeep in the middle overs, because Kuldeep Yadav has been very successful in the middle overs for the Indian side.
That's a very important and an interesting nugget of information. We also have on the show senior Pakistani journalist Shahid Hashmi, who's been a veteran of India-Pakistan battles. Welcome to India. Welcome to the city that you're there. I can see you sit in the Ahmedabad press box. Tell us a little bit about, coming to India after 7 years. The last time you came with a team, the father-in-law was the biggest star, and now the son-in-law Afridi is the biggest star. Tell us a little bit about, from that era to this era, coming to India.
Well, of course, 7 years is a long period. Babar Azam wasn't even selected in that team. T20 World Cup 2016. Now he's the world number 1 in ODI batter. He's the captain. My son was just 14. Now he's 21, having completed his BS engineering in computer sciences. So a lot has changed. My hair are fast falling, getting grey, getting white. My wife is more demanding now, getting older. So a lot has changed. A lot has changed now. Arijit Singh is the superstar. I used to sing Kumar Sanu's song. Now I'm remembering Arijit Singh's song.
You will be hearing Arijit Singh at the Narendra Modi Stadium during the opening ceremony. Also asking a little bit about, your road from Pakistan to India, how difficult it was. I believe around 60 journalists have got their visas this time around.
Not even 60, only 5 have got visas, but definitely this process will expedite. ICC has done a lot of efforts to get Pakistani cricketers into India. Process is always slow. It's a reciprocal thing. We get to know from Indian friends that Pakistani visa is very arduous, very late. They get it delayed. They get it on the match day. So it's a reciprocal thing. At this point of time, we have sour relation, bitter relation. So hopefully by 2025, when Pakistan will be hosting Champions Trophy, I wish and I pray all my Indian friends get e-visa a month before the Champions Trophy start.
Absolutely. I need to ask you, for how many cities have you got that visa? How many of Pakistan's matches will you be able to follow during this tournament?
All Pakistani matches, plus I'll be coming to see you guys in NDTV studios in Delhi.
Lovely.
After the final, hopefully. After the final, inshallah.
After the final, yes, I will wait for that. Now, talking about this clash, my guests on the studio have been talking about their favorite India-Pakistan memories. Let's also hear from you before we discuss more about the players.
Well, I have 2 very recent memories. 2021 Dubai, I was at the ground. Pakistan broke that jinx in the T20 after 5 losses. They won by 10 wickets. Wonderful match. And the camaraderie after the match. Dhoni standing with Pakistani boys, talking to them, giving them tips. Kohli appreciating Mohammad Rizwan, oh Chotu, kya khelta hai tu, this type ki baatein. And talking to Mohammad Rizwan. great spirit, great feeling. And then Melbourne, where Kohli stole the match from Pakistan's grasp. That proverbial snatching victory from the jaws of defeat with 2 sixes on the last 2 balls of the penalty mat over. So 2 great memories, recent memories, but wonderful game, wonderful atmosphere. Dubai was packed, Melbourne was astronomical. Can't remember Melbourne. Can't forget Melbourne, huge stadium and full of Pakistani and Indian fans, blue and green all over MCG.
Absolutely, it's a 85,000 capacity stadium. It was packed to the rafters, and perhaps that Virat Kohli, Harris Rauf rivalry 2.0 is what Indian fans are waiting to see. But before we talk more about this clash, my colleague Osama Shah is in Ahmedabad. He is experiencing the buzz. Let me go over to Osama. One of the things we've been hearing, it's not just the hotels, but even the hospitals are booked out. The fans have checked into the hospitals. Osama, what more do you have?
We have been talking to a lot of these fans who have come here to figure out their set of accommodations. But a lot of these fans that we have talked to, they have arrived today itself. So they are still looking for accommodation. They'll probably go out and figure out that. But as far as what you mentioned about the hospital beds is concerned, we have been trying to contact all the hospitals where people might have booked their tests in order to stay overnight to watch this match. We have not heard from them exactly at this point of time, but that is what the fans have been doing because they have not been able to get the kind of accommodation that they were looking for. A lot of the fans are also worried about the fact that they have not got the tickets yet. We were speaking to a couple of these fans yesterday, and most of these fans they were present here. We were talking to these fans, and today itself the fans were basically talking about they have come here, they have everything in place except for the fact that they don't have the tickets to go and watch the match from inside the stadium. So they'll be looking at alternatives to find out and figure out a way to watch the match. But as far as the excitement that is building up outside this stadium goes, it has been electric since morning. Most of these people started pouring in since morning, since 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's afternoon right now. It's hot and humid in Ahmedabad, and still you can, if my camera person can show the crowd, this is the kind of crowd that you can see. A lot of people who are present here, who are trying to figure out their way, and who are trying to get a sense of an excitement in this place. And at the same time, a lot of people are also trying to figure out how they will be able to watch the match, etc. So there is a sense of excitement in the air. There is a lot of buzz outside the stadium. A lot of people are present on the ground. Everyone is excited. We have been talking to the fans, all the fans, right from the Indian fans as well as one of the Pakistan super fans, Bashir Saab. That he was also here, and everyone is trying to soak up the atmosphere and trying to be a part of this mega extravaganza that is India versus Pakistan. The match is set to happen on the 14th, but the excitement has been building up since morning today itself.
Very much, Osama. We will come back to you to hear about all the excitement and the buzz. Sabha, coming to you about the big performers in this clash, and let's start with India. We've seen some big performances coming through from Ravindra Jadeja in the first match. We've seen Virat Kohli in both the matches. He's got half centuries, of course. For Virat Kohli, Pakistan is one of the favorite oppositions. Tell us a little bit about, how performances in a game like this matter to all these individuals, and what kind of big performances are you expecting from the Indians to come through?
Well, Rika, you become big because you know how to perform in high-octane clashes, and this happens to be one of them. So India-Pakistan, everybody knows that if you score big or if you perform well, then you become a superstar overnight, and you cherish such memories. So that is why we keep talking about Virat Kohli's splendid form against Pakistan, be it in World Cup T20 or even in any other World Cup matches. Similarly, the other players have performed so well against Pakistan. Rohit Sharma is one of them. You look at the pace bowlers, Jasprit Bumrah. You have Mohammad Siraj, an upcoming, rising pace bowler. You have Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. Russian, if he plays, he has enough experience of doing well against Pakistan. So from India's perspective, I think India is a very strong unit. They know how to play well against Pakistan. On the other hand, Pakistan has always been a very mercurial side, Rika, and I think the Indian team management and the players are well aware of the kind of ability that Pakistan team has. Look what happened in the last World Cup T20. They were virtually out, but from very difficult position, they came back and they qualified for the finals.
Right.
So yes, I think India have got some excellent match winners, but all of them must be looking forward to this important encounter against Pakistan.
Well, Vijay, if you talk about 5 players to watch out for in this contest, who will be your top 5?
I think I'll start with Pakistan. I'll be definitely looking at Babar Azam. Rizwan is shown what he can do, but Babar Azam, Pakistani side need Babar Azam, and for a good game we need Babar Azam. And Abdullah Shafiq, the way he's played. Rika, if you look at the numbers since 1919, their last World Cup, after that, the 60% of runs from Pakistani side, top 3 has been scoring those runs. And coming here, you have to change that. Fakhar Zaman is being dropped, and this youngster comes in, gets 100 against Sri Lanka. I'll be keeping an eye on him because it's so important. If the top order, they need to get some runs to see a good game here. And then again, I'll be keeping one eye on Kuldeep because the way he's been performing in this tournament so far, one eye be on him. Rohit, of course, the way it's started, and you want to see him continue in the same fashion, and Bumrah. These are my 5 guys that I'll be looking in this competition, in this game. Sorry.
Sabha, since you have been a part of such pulsating encounters, tell us and the viewers what exactly is each one of them from the Indian side, from the Pakistan side, going through at the moment, knowing that many of them will perhaps be playing the biggest match of their lives.
Yeah, in the Pakistan side, Rika, I'm sure they'll be under some kind of pressure because one, they're up against a top quality Indian side. On the other hand, there are so many youngsters who haven't had the opportunity to play against India. But having said that, I do believe some of the youngsters have done quite well. Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, they know how to play against the Indian bowling attack. As Vijay was mentioning about, Shafiq is another youngster who has come in. Saud Shakil is another player. Iftikhar Ahmed down the order can bolster the middle order for Pakistan. But players from both the sides, Rika, these modern day cricketers, their biggest challenge is to remove all baggage when you go onto the ground. So whatever has happened in the past, you have to remove all that from your mind and then look at this as a new game and perform according to your ability. So I think from both the sides, that would be the mentality as they step in to play this big game. And they are well aware of their responsibility, and if they can play up to their potential, I think we are up for an exciting clash.
Sawa mentions that this is a young Pakistan team that has come to India. Vijay, would you say thereby they have less baggage and the expectations perhaps also will be low from the fans and public?
Oh, absolutely. They'll have this first taste of the stories that they have heard about India-Pakistan clash now. They'll face it first. And apart from that, yeah, they won't be carrying that much of a baggage or memories that, when we played against them last time, this is what had happened. I have to do better than that and all those things. So yeah, they'll be starting from a fresh start, and that's what you need. And first-hand taste what they're going to get, and can't ask for a better setting of a full house. I'm hoping for a full house. And what a full house is going to be, one of the biggest stadium in the world as far as cricket is concerned. That'll be some sight for these youngsters.
Absolutely, and the tournament has begun, but tomorrow is supposed to be the opening ceremony of the World Cup with several celebrities, musicians and a lot of other entertainers lined up before the real entertainers of India and Pakistan take the center stage. We'll come back to you with a lot more on the show on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Turning Point. We are counting down to the biggest clash of the tournament, the clash that every subcontinental fan had been looking forward to. India take on Pakistan at 2 p.m. on Saturday at the Narendra Modi Stadium. 7 is a significant number in this clash ahead of the World Cup because after 7 years, Pakistanis have come to India to play cricket. Also, India leads 7-0 against Pakistan when it comes to World Cups. For 7 times when they have met against each other on the World Cup stage, India have emerged as the clear winner. Fans from across the country, across the globe, are assembling in the town of Ahmedabad, where 130,000 plus capacity Narendra Modi Stadium is all ready to host the arch rivals. With that, a quick break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned.